When you think about bringing companies together, what are the hot spots? What's happening right now in good deals, not so good deals? What are the surprises? What are the must-haves when you think about bringing two companies together from an integration and technology standpoint? And how is it really changing? So again, sort of the kickoff, broad subject, but I don't know, anybody want to jump in, Bill?
Yeah, so I think what we've seen is that sometimes the intention of diligence on the front end and evaluating where there are technology issues or even lacking elements for an ideal transaction, which might affect price. It might affect a lot of outcomes of that transaction that's being contemplated. That what we see is sometimes after a transaction gets done, the excitement of getting a deal done, the energy of the buyer and the seller to close a deal, sometimes things are not necessarily avoided, but maybe not put as much focus on that should have been, that could have impacted that price. So what we see is that businesses being realistic about what's core and what's context and what they should be doing themselves and what they should outsource, whether that's with an SAP, an Adobe, a company.com, an Omeda, whomever it may be, that a realistic roadmap of planning to be able to move quicker and take advantage of the arbitrage of companies coming together is something that's critically important. So, we see a huge opportunity where merger partners come together. Obviously, the value of paying for some of the consideration of an M&A transaction comes from growth and comes from being able to cross-sell services across the customer bases of the buyer and the seller, and being able to do that quickly when you've got disparate legacy systems that don't talk to each other. It's a project in itself, but it's one that I think is a huge opportunity in the M&A space generally, is making that happen more quickly through an outsourced resource.